Desi Ramos coming at you from Valparaiso, Zacatecas. This is the room I stay in my grandaunt's house out here in the ranch territory, which is called Sienna. As you can see, it's a nice, tidy little place. I put all my crap everywhere since nobody really sleeps here. So let's go into the next room. This is the dining room that nobody ever eats at because nobody ever lives here. There's my grandaunt. That's where she sleeps. And then just pictures of my relatives. There she is, 88 years old. She gets up every morning at 7 o'clock because she still attends to her cattle and some horses she takes care of for my uncle, and a couple of dogs that are both starving to death. This is where we eat breakfast at. Today it's going to be a slow day. It's Friday. We don't have to tend to the cattle today. They're up in the mountains. This is one of her dogs. It's called Soldier or Soldado. He's a tough old guy, about 15 years old. He used to be a prime fighter back in his day, but not anymore. This is a new dog we have now. He just came one day, and so we called it Solovino. That's Spanish for he came by himself. He's kind of a, I guess you could say, alley dog. Goes around, gets beat up by other dogs, then comes back to eat. So this is a little patio. This is where my aunt has her garden. That's the bathroom right there, or the outhouse, but it has running water. There's a dog drinking from the ditch. Oh wait, actually it's eating leaves. Yeah. So here we have the corral. This is where usually cattle or horses will be kept, but right now they're in the mountains. That's an old well. That's an oven that she sometimes uses. Right there is where we wash clothes. This is where I learned how to hand wash my boxers and white t-shirts. It's a little corral. Sometimes we have lunadas, which is basically all-nighters, where we just had to do a fire and we just sit around and talk crap and gossip. Those are some trucks my uncle's bought, but they never drive. Their sole purpose is just to exist in the corral. Oh, there you can see some cows. They're not ours, they're some other neighbors. Right there, see that patch of land right there where has that giant tree? That's where I used to play baseball with some of my friends. But they don't live here anymore. They all went to the United States to go work. Unlucky for them, the U.S. is in a recession, so they're probably not working right now over there. So let's head over here. So let me know. Let's go. Of course, he's a loyal dog. He understands English and Spanish. He's pretty smart. So here was where we parked the trucks. That's a truck that my uncle bought. Then his nephew, my cousin, wrecked it. Supposedly by doing a U-turn, which is BS. He probably went off-roading in it. See that red truck right there? Well, that's owned by, I guess, a cousin of mine. The guy's a real jerk. He almost ran my dog over the other day. And so there's just like a little neighborhood going on. And it's an old camper. Alright, next up I'll show you where we buy groceries at.